Good morning, dear students. In my last live class, I shall discuss up to the seventh paragraph of the lesson Tea from Assam. Okay. Now come to the eighth paragraph, page number 94. It was a magnificent view. Okay, from the magnificent view. Okay. As I told you that as far as the eye could see, both Rasbir and Pranjal could be able to see the green and green everywhere. Okay, because of the tea plantation. That means the whole area was covered by the tea plantations. Okay, and then the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. Okay, tea bushes means bush means a kind of weedy plant. Okay, as was Zupuha gos koi. So tea bushes, these tea trees are like bush. Okay, a kind of bushes. Understood? So next the narrator says that it was a magnificent view. That means the view is so amazing. It was a magnificent view. Then uh, in the background, okay, uh, sorry, there are lots of the there are lots of tree plantations. Okay, and acres areas are covered with tea bushes. Okay, the tea plantations. Understood? And it was so it was so densely planted that the narrator has compared it into a sea of tea bushes. Okay, sea of tea bushes. Understood? That means as far as the eye could see, uh, Rasbi could be able to see only the green and green. That means only the tea plantations. Okay, the tea gardens. So it was so densely planted that the narrator has compelled to talk it the sea of tea bushes. Sea means sea, agar. And in the background there were hills with dense forest. Okay, and in between there were tall and long trees. Okay, which were moving because of the wind. Understood? Then the next line you see in the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of tall chimneys. Okay, if you visit a tree garden, and especially more which are closer to the factories. Okay, you will be able to see some houses. Okay, where you will see where you will be able to see the smokes used to comes from that houses. Okay, smoke used to come from that houses. That means from the tall chimneys. Okay, there are tall chimneys in those houses, and those chimneys the smoke used to come. Okay, so these are the tea factories. Okay, where the trees are purified. Understood? Hey, a tea garden, Rasbir cried excitedly. Pranjal, who had been born and brought up on a plantation, did not share Rasbir's excitement. That means Rasbir was so excited that when he saw the tea plantations, he could not control his emotion. He became excited, but Pranjal already have seen those sceneries, already have seen those tea plantations, because he brought up in between the tea plantations and in between the tea gardens. So he was not so excited at all. It means whenever we see things, whenever we become closer with anything, then if we see again and again those things, we are not so closer. We are not so excited. But when we get to watch an uncommon things, okay, an uncommon things, then we may become excited. Okay, so Rasbir was more excited than Pranjal, but Pranjal did not accompany with his excitement. Pranjal was not so excited at all, because Rasbir, for the first time, for the first time he saw such type of scenery. So Rasbir was very excited. Oh, this is tea country now, he said. Assam has the largest concentration of plantations in the world. You will see enough gardens to last your lifetime. Okay, then he said this is tea country. That means both of them have entered in the tea country. Tea country means in Assam. Okay, Assam is more specifically famous for tea. Okay, so and Assam has the largest concentrations of plantations in the world. Understood? Then I have been reading as much as I could about tea. So Rasbir said The Rasbir has been that he has been reading many stories about tea. Okay, many legend about tea. No one, and he also added that actually no one knows. Okay, no one really knows who has discovered tea. Okay, but there are many stories regarding the origin of tea. Okay, what legends? That means what are the stories regarding the origin of tea? So so these two questions are very important. What are the two legends regarding the origin of tea? So we have two legend. One is the Chinese legend and the next one is Indian legend. So both the stories are very important. Now first I shall discuss the Chinese legend. What is the Chinese legend of what is the Chinese legend regarding the origin of tea? You see page now 95. Well, there are one about Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. That means you have to write the story from your own, not from your own. That means you need to write those things, but don't write the same line. Okay, well, there are the one about the Chinese emperor who always boiled water before. Not like that. Okay, you write the story in such a way that there was a Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. Okay, and one day while he was drinking the water, some leaves fell into the hot pot. Okay, some leaves fell into the pot, and it gave a delicious flavor, delicious taste. Okay, from that day onwards it was believed that those were tea leaves. Okay, this is the story regarding the origin. This is the Chinese story, Chinese legend regarding the origin of tea. Okay, the next is uh, Indian legend. Okay, so what is the Indian legend? Tell me another. Scope Pranjal. Okay, then Pranjal told Rasbir to tell the story. Okay, Pranjal requested Rasbir to tell the story. Okay, we have an Indian legend too, Buddhi Dharma. Okay, that means there are I told you that there are two legends regarding the origin of tea. One is Chinese and the next one is uh, Indian. The Indian legend is that there was an ancient Buddhist ascetic, okay, and his name is Bodhidharma, who cut off his eyelids, because he felt sleepy during meditations. So ascetic used to do meditations. So while he was doing meditations, he felt sleepy during the meditations. Understood? So not to get disturbed, uh, he cut off his eyelids. Uh, from there, 10 tea plantations, 10 tea plants grew out from that eyelids. Understood? And the leaves of these plants, when put into the hot water and drank when he sleep. That means there was an ancient Buddhist ascetic who cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations. So from that eyelids, 10 tea leaves grew out. Understood? And when those leaves were uh, mixed into the hot water, understood, and it was drunk, okay, then it banished sleep. টোপনিটো নাইকিয়া কৰিছিলে. Okay, from that day onwards it was believed that those are tea leaves. Okay, this is the Indian legend regarding the origin of tea. The next paragraph. Tea was first drunk in China, Raspberry edit, as far as back to 2700 BC. Okay, so question may come, where was tea first drunk? Okay, and in which century? Okay, so tea was first drunk in China and 2700 BC. At the same time, he also added that chai and chini, okay, both are Chinese words. It just look like Chinese words. Okay, chai and chini. Tea also came to Europe in the 16th century. Okay, tea came to Europe in the 16th century, and first it was drunk. How it was drunk at first? At first, it was drunk more than as medicine. Okay, it was first drunk as a medicine. Understood? Okay. uh, Thank you for today. I hope you have understood this paragraphs, and you try to keep in mind those two stories regarding the origin of tea. Okay, thank you.